there's two different types of people who like surprises and people who don't.
Ashley XI, do you like surprises?
No. Michael, where are we?
We're in New York. We're in New York City, and you are live with me here in New York City.
Yep. We just travel with each other now.
It's so like, what is happening? And literally, I feel like each episode is gonna be like, where are they? Like, what's the? Am I just gonna follow? We're gonna just follow each other to each place.
Watch out, Carmen Sandiego. It's where in the world is MJS and Ashley? Last week we were in St. Louis.
Yes.
This week we're in New York City.
And who knows where we'll be the following week. But we're here.
We're here.
And we're so happy you're here. So let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Ashley Eckstein.
I'm Michael James Scott.
And welcome to HypeFriend. Yay!
Oh, wow. We are here. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
What you drinking? Just water?
I have just water today. I couldn't do the bubbles, Michael. I couldn't do the bubbles.
Gee, you think? Your face on those bubbles are like... I'm sure you all saw. If those of you who watched the episodes, go back and look at Ashley X9's face when she drinks anything sparkling. Like,
you know what?
Sparkling water.
We're on a journey with HypeFriend to start a friendship revolution, one HypeFriend at a time. We're also on a journey for me to like bubbles. And it's really bubbles of all kind. It's bubbles, like you blow bubbles, like that all kids love. Bubble wands, bubbles in your drink, like sparkling bubbles, water. I just don't like bubbles. They actually make me angry. It's a total gripe. It's a total gripe.
Angry bubbles.
Angry. Is that my like alter ego cartoon character?
I feel like it is. Like Beyonce, Sasha Fierce, and you're Angry Bubble.
I am Angry Bubbles. Can someone please draw that? I know we have artists that follow us. Can you turn me into Angry Bubbles?
I can't wait to see what comes from that. Yes, please. Please, please, please.
Okay, but you have some situation.
Oh, I have a little Olipop. I love those. I love a Olipop, and I have a tropical punch one, which I love. I'm like obsessed. I like I think I'm like, oh my God, they're like so healthy. Like they're healthy-ish. Do you know what I mean? Like good. I'm obsessed with them though. Like I love me Olipop.
Okay.
Pop.
And if you're listening, Olipop, Michael loves you.
I do. I love it. I really do.
And would like to try all your flavors.
All of them. All the new ones. Like there's so many flavors. I haven't tried all of them, but I'm kind of I'm a creature of habit, so I kind of stick to the,
And I mean, anything that we're drinking or eating here, so far is not sponsored at all. These are just things we love. If the brands we love would like to sponsor us, hey, we are open to it. But we, part of bonding as friends is sharing things that you love with your friends.
Yes.
Which brings us right into...
Ashley bakes! She's baking good! Bacon real good. Ashley bakes. Bacon, Ashley.
I do love bacon. Maybe I need to bake something with bacon.
Bacon, Ashley.
You just turned into NSYNC. Oh my gosh.
What do you have?
Okay. So I'm in New York. I'm not in my own kitchen. We were kind of in a rush today, which we'll get into that in our hypes and gripes. But I didn't have time to bake. But I did a no bake. So it's Ashley no bakes today.
Ashley no bakes.
Yes.
Ashley no bakes.
These are actually my specialty.
Oh.
They are.
Excuse me, specialty.
They are my no bake protein balls. My no bake balls.
I can't. I literally can't.
So these are my no bake balls. So okay.
So
these are...
They actually look lovely.
Yes. So you don't bake these. You put them together and then you put them in the refrigerator. It's best if you set them overnight. They're gluten-free, vegan. Oats. And I try not to have peanut butter because sometimes I don't react well to peanut butter. So it's sunflower butter, some oat milk, honey, and chocolate chips. And my secret ingredient, collagen. Oh,
collagen?
Yes. These are good for your skin. These are good for your hair.
So you're saying I should just be like...
Yes, extra protein. So I make these and I eat them with my coffee in the morning.
Okay, well then let's have one.
So
let's give you like a... Let's give you like
a little...
no, let's give you like a... do you know what I mean? Like...
I knew you might have an issue with the texture.
Okay. So what I like about them, I love the oatmeal. Oats. And
They're not oat flour.
The only thing is a little bit of the it kind of hangs on to the gum. Do you know what I mean? It's hanging. Do you know what I mean? It's a little, it kind of hangs onto your gums. So that's fine if that's the goal, to hang onto your gum. But I do appreciate, I like the taste. I'm giving this, Ashley did it and she did it fair. She did it good. She did it fierce. She baked it. No baked goods. Hypes and gripes. What's your hype? Well, actually, we have a special hype today. This is why Ashley is here in New York, and we just came back. What did we just come back from, Ashley?
We just came back from Good Morning America. We literally got to promote HypeFriend on Good Morning America. Michael.
You even? I can't even handle it. It was.
I can't.
Truly, the biggest hype of all, and they are ultimate HypeFriends. There, the co-hosts, the producers, the staff, the team, everyone, just hair and makeup,
yes.
People were just hyping up all the whole morning. It was so amazing. It was such a beautiful time to get to kind of go and talk about this podcast that means so much to us and share it with the world. It really was, it was such an honor. I can't believe that you just said that we got to do it. You just said it and we actually did it. We did it. It
was such an honor. Shout out to everyone at GMA for having us on. And Michael, but one thing I want to hype up though is friendship, because you have been on GMA many times. You've gotten to know the team there.
Yes.
And, they genuinely wanted to have us on to support you. And it's all about this friendship that you've cultivated with the team there. And, you are just so kind. And, a good friend of mine once gave me advice, and she said, you make a friend before you need a friend. Repeat that. You make a friend before you need a friend. And that means you just make friends with people, not for any agenda, not for any reason other than to be their friend, because you want to be their friend. You care about them, and you want to support them.
Yes.
That's what being a hype friend is. And, you've become friends with, a couple people there at GMA.
Yes.
And so when you shared with them about HypeFriend, they were excited to support you.
They really were.
And, and genuinely support you. And I am so grateful that I got to be there and witness just this friendship that you've cultivated with them. But it happened because you have now gone on the show many times and cultivated these friendships.
Well, I mean, I love being able to what it feels like to me was a true give and take. They have been such friends to me, and Disney on Broadway, right? And we've been there numerous times, and I've always, supported and being like, shout out to the, to the GMA, like all of those amazing, the team there. And I think what's so great about it is that the message of our podcast, the message of friendship, all those things that I feel like people are striking a nerve with people. And they said, that sounds like amazing news. And that sounds like something we want to be a part of. So that to me was really, really exciting. And I love that we got to share that together. Really, it was a beautiful thing. And also, P.S., if you think about, I kind of was sitting there and I was like, so they showed a photo of Ashley and I back in high school when we were doing Into the Woods together, and she was playing the grandmother and I was playing Jack. And I thought about ourselves then, thinking about ourselves now. Like, that is just, it was kind of a beautiful moment just to like think about our younger selves into what was happening, sitting there on that couch this morning talking about our new podcast.
Yeah. And we did it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is a big hype. We're hyping up Good Morning America. Thank you for having us on. It was a dream come true.
Good morning, America. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like it's like we got to go into gripes, but like it's like, oh, you got to go into gripes.
You have a major hype. Yeah, you got to share your hype, Michael.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Well, oh my gosh. I'm just in the haze. I'm in the haze. It's the Olipop. I don't know. It's like, it's a lot. Okay. It's my gum. It's the gums of the. Okay. All right. So I have another. Yes. There's an amazing hype. I have to hype up the fact that my husband, #fierce husband, Jeremy Merrifield, flew to St. Louis back to St. Louis to be at my final show of La Cage, which was truly unexpected. I had no idea. He had come in for opening and had to fly back out. Like it was like a day and a half and he had to go. And he flew back to...
But surprised you.
Full surprise. So much of a surprise that I was asleep when he arrived. And he like went into a coffee shop and like did all the things because this one was out, just like sleep, just exhausted and just sleep. And I got a text that was like, hey, I'm sending you something, for closing. It should be at the door, the hotel door there. And I was like, oh my gosh. So he was like, I was thinking concierge is sending it up. So I went and opened the door and there he was with our French Bulldog, Junior.
Oh my gosh.
And I just started crying.
I know. I wish I had been a fly on the wall.
So I'm hyping up my husband, who it meant so much for him to be there. To me, it meant so much to me for him to be there and be a part of that sort of a closing of that chapter and just being there. It was really, really cool. So thank you, husband.
I knew about the surprise and I honestly thought that you were going to figure it out.
I know people were like, a number of people were in on the surprise, P.S. And they all kept being like, how did you not know? I'm like, I didn't know. I really didn't. Like, I don't know, maybe it was the haze of it all, but I just didn't know. And I love surprise. Like I love doing surprises. Sometimes being surprises a lot. Maybe that's my, I don't know.
Like, your love language.
My love language. I love it. But then there's control issues because then I'm like, well, I don't know if I like being surprised.
Yeah.
We should maybe talk about that.
That's true. There's two different types of people who like surprises and people who don't.
Ashley X-Side, do you like surprises?
No.
Did you hear how she answered that? She said, no.
But I love surprising people. Love it.
Yes,
love
exactly.
Well, shout out to Jeremy.
Yes.
That was an amazing surprise. And I'm also going to manifest our husband's episode because we both have amazing hype husbands. And David and Jeremy are resisting coming and being guests on our episode. Now, David was kind to do an Ashley Bakes, but he couldn't have run off camera fast enough.
Yeah, he was like out.
So we're going to ask everyone in our community here, wouldn't you like a Hype Husbands episode? Because we would.
How about that?
Play like the Jeopardy music.
Oh my God.
We'll put a poll up on the screen.
So what about grapes? Yes, come on now. Come on.
So we did discuss this.
We did.
We don't always, but we did, because we've both been traveling a ton lately, like just a ton. And we've had a ton of luggage. We've had the Her Universe fashion show. You've had Lacage. We've been traveling with the podcast, which means we have equipment. So they're like literally traveling with, I had like 6 bags this past, trip. The way that we are griping luggage on carpet. Like let's just take
a pause.
But that's literally how I feel.
Literally.
I'm so angry about it. Like the way that when you get up to your hotel room and your room is at the end of a long hallway.
Winding. Like wine. Yes. Just.
And you have like 6 bags and it's all carpet. Oh.
It's literally the worst.
It's so bad.
It's absolutely horrible. It's atrocious. It's an abomination. It's horrible.
Like I just flew here from the Denver airport.
Oh, yes. Give that.
My sister and I, luckily I had help. It was me and my sister. And we had these 6 bags. And to get to ticketing, like from where we were dropped off, we had to go uphill and down, but uphill, all carpet. Like, so not only was it so annoying to push, this luggage, which PS, my luggage is always 50 to 70 pounds, which is my fault. It's totally my fault.
Same.
But to push this luggage uphill, like I don't curse, but I was close. And I don't curse.
It's absolutely horrible. And when you do it so much so that your bags like have fall over because they've, like you get stuck or whatever, and everything just falls over. It's literally the worst.
The way that we bonded over this, and that's the thing, that's why we bring up Hypes and Gripes, is because you bond with friends over things like this. And the way that Michael and I bonded over luggage on carpet, can you tell? We've spent way too much time talking about this. So anyways, okay, we had to share that joint gripe with you.
Yes.
And let us know, is this a gripe for you too? Luggage companies, please help us out.
Thank you. The end.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. All right. So after all that, we gotta get something. We gotta, cleanse our palate with something lovely. Cause, ooh, my Lord. So what is our good gossip today? We have a good one. We have a good one.
So yeah, because what's bringing us so much joy is your feedback.
Yes.
On HypeFriend. Shout out to Brandon and Grace, who I met on the DVC member cruise.
Yes.
Who legitimately came up to me, not to say that they are a fan of Ahsoka or a fan of, the genie. They said, we're fans of HypeFriend. The way that I quickly pulled out my phone and filmed a video and sent it to you.
Yes.
I just was like, are these our first fans? But also shout out to Stephanie, my friend Stephanie. Stephanie's been hyping us up. I think Piper too. Piper's really been hyping us up. We have such an amazing HypeFriend community already.
Yep.
And your comments and stories are literally making our day. Like
it's
genuinely.
it's very very cool. It's really cool to hear feedback, but like seeing things in action and really seeing people learn as we are, right? And like trying things out or just talking about it. Like that to me is really, really exciting. And also people who, there's been feedback from people who are like real like podcasters. Like they are like in it, but like they listen to numerous different podcasts. And so to get like amazing feedback from those people it's just been really, really awesome. Really, really great. So we are learning as we go. We keep, things to get better, to change things up, all the things. We are open to all of those ideas. So keep those ideas coming, keep feedback coming, all of that. Keep it all coming, because it's really important to us that we hear from you.
And we're listening.
Yes.
I mean, we are listening. And so our good gossip today is actually from my friend Erica, who I've just met through fandom, through Disney.
Yeah.
And her wonderful husband. We've just met and connected from convention to convention. But she sent me a DM. And I wanted to share what Erica sent me. So she shared how the podcast has inspired her. So let me read the DM. She said, "A newer friend invited me to an early morning Pilates class, and I initially didn't want to go because I'd been so busy and tired. But I thought of you and Michael and realized this was a friendship I wanted to prioritize. So I went and had so much fun. I also realized, especially with newer friends, I don't often reach out to them first because I don't want them to think I'm bothering them. And again, inspired by you two, I realized it's important to reach out. So I've been doing that, and it's felt so nice, and no one thinks I'm bothering them. And they've been happy to hear from me." Erica, thank you.
That's so...
Oh my gosh.
That's so awesome. That's really, really...
Yes.
That is what...
That's why we're doing this.
That's why we're doing it. That's what we set out to do.
Yes.
That's amazing.
I mean, the thing is, and we've talked about this before, but I'm going to keep saying it and remind us all, because we need these reminders. Connection is a basic need. It's like food and water and sleep. We need connection.
Yeah.
So our phones are great. It is a way to connect, but it doesn't replace in-person connection.
No.
And those early morning Pilates classes, or reaching out to a new friend to have coffee, it's literally good for your mental health, for your heart, for your soul. We need friendship. So Erica, thank you.
Thank you, Erica. That's really, really, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. Like, how cool is that? And it's also what a lovely energy in your life, right? To like have that and be on that's a really beautiful thing, like that's the energy that you're bringing in. And I'm actually like, I want to follow up, like how, I want to hear, more about it, because that's exciting.
And so, okay, actually, fun fact about Erica, she was actually on Wheel of Fortune.
Get out of here. I'm obsessed with Wheel of Fortune. Like, can I have an E, please?
So she was on Wheel of Fortune, and the game was going really bad for her. Actually, she was in like last place until the end, and then she won it. She came back and won it. And you know what? I'm sharing that because Erica's such a positive person, and she has such a great vibe and such great energy. And she literally, came from behind and won the thing.
I'm obsessed. Yes, Erica. Oh my gosh. We love you.
Thank you, Erica.
Speaking of positive, all of the things, like the vibes and all that, right? Speaking of all of that, our guest today.
We've been talking about this guest from the very beginning when we were first dreaming about this podcast. And I said, Michael, do you think we can get this person on the podcast as a part of our neighborhood? And you said, I know her. And I was like, I know her too.
Which is so fun. Like we gotta get into that because it's so great. Okay. All right. So let's just,
let's give a proper introduction because she deserves a massive introduction.
Okay, y'all. Today's guest is the human equivalent of jazz hands and a mic drop. She's a Broadway firecracker, a West End Wendy, and a social media sensation with more gifts than your group chat, okay? You know her from Matilda the Musical, where she ruled the stage as the one and only Mrs. Wormwood on Broadway. And, she won an Olivier Award for the musical Zorro. Yes. She also just finished playing the iconic Tessie Tura in the groundbreaking revival production of GYPSY, which just closed, and amongst her many other TV and film credits and all the things. And if you haven't seen her slay on stage, you've definitely seen her slay on your feed with hilarious hot takes and unapologetic fabulousness. She's a queen of camp, a diva with depth, and the only person we trust to turn a Target run into a Tony-worthy performance. Please welcome the one and only Lesli Margherita.
I get so embarrassed listening to like somebody introduce me, and that was the greatest thing. So thank you. It didn't make me cringe.
That was an epic introduction.
We needed a proper situation to kind of really like get the magnitude that is Lesli Margherita and all of the amazingness that is you. We are so happy you're here. Thank you for joining us. I am so happy.
Yes. I am so excited because I love both of you. And when I found out that you two were friends, I was like, can I please be like honorary friend? Like, I was so excited.
Well, Lesli, welcome to the neighborhood.
Yes.
So we are building our own hype hood, and we had to have you be a part of it instantly.
I'm so excited. And I'm also wearing a shirt that you designed.
Wait. Speaking of that, I want to know, because so Lesli, Ashley has told me, like, she was like, you don't understand, like, Lesli, like, we know of each other for a long. She's like, I've known her for a very long time, and so I'm like, how did this happen? Like, how? So please explain this connection.
I had just started Her Universe, and we were brand new. Baby company. All of a sudden I see on Twitter one day this message from Lesli Margherita, and I look at your profile and it says like Broadway actress, and I think you even told me like, hey, like I'm a Broadway actress and I'm so proud to support you and I love Star Wars. And the theater kid in me could not believe it. Like I'm like literally a Broadway star likes my clothes. I could not believe it. And so how did you even find me, Lesli?
So obviously I'm a massive Star Wars fan and had been forever. My whole life have been looking for girly, because I'm very like sparkly and whatever. I wanted like girly Star Wars wear, and nobody was making it. I had been, because my husband and I are massive fans, we go to Star Wars Celebration anytime that we can. And I had seen like right when you started, you had a booth. And I was like, what is this? What is this amazing clothing? Then I looked it up online, and I was like, I literally went buy, bought everything, bought everything. Then I was like, who had this amazing idea, and why was I not smart enough to do this? And I looked you up and I went, I'm sorry. I think I scrumped to my husband. I was like, she's Ahsoka. This is the voice of Ahsoka. And I was like, what is happening? This is an actress. Then I went on a deep dive. I was like, she's an actress. And she came up with this. My husband was like, all right, calm down. So then I just reached out, and the more deep dive I did on you, I was like, she might be a theater fan. She might, I don't know. And I was like, still nobody. And I just reached out because I was like, listen, I think I own every item that is on your website now. And this was like pre-blow up,
yes.
Her Universe takeover, now our universe. And I literally, I still have, there's so much that I have of yours. Like I couldn't decide today. I was like, we're just going to go normal. Like, I was like, I don't know what I wear. And that's, I just reached out, and I could not believe that you even saw that DM before. Like DMs were like DMs, like I slid into your DMs. And I couldn't believe that you even responded. And I could not believe that you were like, oh my gosh, let's meet up, like super quick. Like I was such a fangirl.
Oh my
First
gosh.
because of your designs, but then I like because of who you are as a performer. And then
Oh
just
my
like, who
gosh.
you are as a person. But yeah, we freaked out because obviously like, love rebels and I was like, Jesus Soka, Jesus, and it was just a whole thing.
I
Well,
love
seriously
that.
though, the love is mutual. Like you were not a nobody. You're Lesli Margherita, like Broadway star, and I freaked out. Like
Oh my
the way
gosh.
that I deep dived on you and just told all of my family and friends
Oh,
and literally bragged that like, hey, a Broadway star is a fan of our brand. And then when I met you, I'll never forget when I met you at Star Wars Celebration. It was in the middle
yeah.
of the craziness. Like it was so crazy. For those that don't know, Star Wars Celebration is the biggest Star Wars convention on the planet. Like it's literally now it's like 80,000 Star Wars fans. It's massive. It's chaos. It's all the things. And I just remember in the sea of chaos, there's Leslie and her husband and all these cool Star Wars things are going on, and I don't care because I get to finally meet Leslie
Oh my
Margarita.
gosh. It's so funny. I need to find these. I should have found it now. I need to find these pictures. My husband, Dan, was taking pictures of me looking at you like a pop star. And he was like, she's right there. Calm down. I was like, she's in person. It's in person. The craziest. Because we're also like, we're massive Disney fans. And like, that's the only place we go on vacation is Disney. And so then when I connected NJS with you, I was like, wait.
What's
All of
happening?
my worlds colliding. Because there aren't, honestly, I hadn't met many Star Wars theater crossover fans. I had met Disney crossover fans, but the Star Wars, especially for the girls, was very small. And now I've since like met so many peeps. And actually, I need to tell you, so many women, men, everyone come up to me at the stage door wearing your merch and we're like, I found
Oh,
out about this because I love both of you and blah blah blah. And someone will be like,
Oh.
I saw you wearing the lightsaber skirt, and so I went to find it.
So
thank
you're
Yeah, I love
saying
you.
you're saying you're a full on hype friend. Like that's
Yes,
basically what
full
is
hype,
that. Like
full hype. I
you are
just
an ultimate hype friend.
this is what being a hype friend is all about. When I started Her Universe, everyone told me it couldn't be done. And I literally started the company off of two statistics. That's it. That's all I had. And everyone else was negative and they said it just couldn't be done. But it was people like you that believed in me from the very beginning and said, this is awesome. I'm a fan. I'm supporting you. You have no idea how that propelled me to keep going. So
oh, I love.
you are the ultimate hype friend.
Oh my gosh.
Um, but enough about me because we're here to hype you up. Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, that's which brings me to the fact that you are, you have this amazing, boisterous, gorgeous, beautiful personality, like larger than life. I've been able to be lucky to be in rooms with you doing, projects together and all the things, and also seeing you on stage. My husband and I got to see you just recently in Gypsy, but you
Wait,
are,
Gypsy,
y'all,
congratulations.
Gypsy,
Just
historic,
finished. Yeah.
groundbreaking production of Gypsy.
Ugh,
She played Tessie Tura, was on point in her point
I
shoes and all the things.
Jazz hands all
Yes.
together.
Woo!
Biggest
Congratulations.
congrats. But
Thank
you
you.
are a big personality. Like what? So I'm so curious about like, because you have a lot of friends. Like you are a friend, you are a hype friend. So what does that mean for you? As for Lesli Margherita, I'm like, you are a big old fierce personality. What does that mean for you, being a hype friend?
I mean, for me, it's no fun to just be about yourself. And in our industry, my industry, that it's so self-centered and self-serving that I've always my whole life found it more fun to cheer for other people. um, and and what they're doing because that only inspires me in my own creativity. And the hardest thing I think in this industry is, especially with people competing with each other, is it's really hard to root for somebody when you want that dream for yourself.
Hmm.
But once you get past that and go, no, rooting for them and being hyped for their success only lifts you up more. So I love meeting people. I love hyping people that I don't know well. If I see something that I love, I will be the first to put it online. I'm like, you don't know who I am, but this was rad. It's just a better way to be, I find. And in oddly, we have all this social media, but I feel like our culture now is very isolating in a weird way.
Mm,
And
mm.
so just meeting people and every day learning something new about people or something that I didn't know about is just kind of what fuels me. And I love it. I've always been this person, and it is annoying, I'm sure, to many people, but then those aren't my
Not
people.
at all. Not at all. If you are not following Lesli Margherita on social media, you need to follow her right now, because literally I seek you out. I go to your page, like because social media, they put in your algorithm like who you want to see, and I'm like, what has Lesli posted today?
What has she posted?
You are pure joy. You make me laugh out loud.
I do get in trouble. I do get in trouble sometimes from shows because I'm very, very honest on social media. And what I love to show is not the downside, but like the real side of what
Yeah.
we do. And I think it's important to show like the youngins that it's okay if you blow an audition, because it happens, and I will tell you about it right after it happens. Like literally as I exit the audition room, I will film myself being like, that blew. I was horrified. And I think it's important like to share those human experiences. But sometimes when I'm like my employers, every show I am cast in, I see the PR team come to me first. I'm like, here it comes. They're always going to be like, we just want to go over social media guidelines. I'm like, yeah, because I just like to share every aspect of my life. And sometimes that's not beautiful. Like I love to show walking to the stage door and there's just trash dumpsters on both sides of you as you're going into the Broadway theater of your dreams. I'm like, this is literally what it is. And it's just to make it more accessible, I think, and real for kids or anybody who has, to make a dream a little more attainable, to be like, no, it's exactly like your community theater.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my gosh.
I can't. So, I mean, one of the things that I do love about you, and that I feel like, I mean, most people in our business, and for those of you who don't know, who are not, they're not close to you, where they're not, particularly a friend yet, right? What we know of you is you are honest, you are open, you are a very open person. Have you always been that way? And how has that manifested friendship for you? Like different friends and friends in your life. How has that,
Yeah.
where has that gone, and how has that worked in your life?
I have always been that way. I was always the kid getting in trouble for talking, and I was always that way. And as far as meeting friends, like I have friends that my best friends are still from elementary school, or like I've just always been this. And my parents, I was very lucky. I have three older sisters. No one in my family does this, is a performer. And because I was the youngest by a lot, they really all encouraged me to keep doing this. And so I never had a filter, which I think was so important in my family aspect, that no one ever said, be quiet, be the good girl, be the whatever. It was always like, be you. And I'm so
Mm,
grateful for
mm.
that. And that's what I would try to, I hope, like pass on to other people coming up, is just being you is the most, that's all you have. So, it for me, not changing who I was very important, even though, and you both know, people in our business, in any business, are going to try and like tamper you to like make sure that you're not too loud. Um, and, and that's such a bummer. It's such a bummer. So I tend to find, I really have this amazing group of friends, my close friends, who are ultimate hype people as well. And you
Mm.
find out like who to weed out and who is in your like inner circle, who's in like the bigger circle. And the ones that are not your fans, but they are still considered like your friend. Like it's a weird, like you have like
Yeah.
frenemies, but not friend, but you know what I mean? Like people that don't get you, but they're like, oh yeah, I know her, blah, blah, blah. It's those people that you kind of keep on the periphery, but still friendly. Like a little, I'll be friends with anyone, but I do also have boundaries. And so the people that aren't hype people, I kind of just put on the back burner a little bit. But I don't know, it was a long answer to your question, but yes, I have always been like this.
No, it's a great answer because these are the things that people don't necessarily talk about.
Yeah.
And the fact that you are so open, I love your last post about GYPSY, about your fellow castmates. And can you share that a little bit? Because, you know, my husband used to play baseball, and he always talks about the fact that he was a part of a team. And, you know, you spoke about your fellow sisters, like, you know, you did it together. It wasn't just your performance, it was the three of you. So tell us about that, because it was such a beautiful post.
It is, you know, and my husband is also, he wasn't a professional, but he's a sports dude. You know, he always explains things to me because he has no idea about musical theater or what I do. And so he explains things in sports terms, and it is, you're on a team. And it doesn't matter if there is a star on the team that people have their jersey number or whatever that they go to see. It doesn't matter, because that person is only as good as the rest of their teammates. And that resonates with me in a show. It doesn't matter that, and I know Audra McDonald would say this, like, she's the GOAT. But for her, she was like, I don't want it called Audra GYPSY, because she's very much like, and they fought her on that, and clearly they won. But she's very much like, this is not just me, this is everybody. And I've always felt that way. My role in GYPSY is part of a trio, a very famous trio of strippers. And, you know, that could go very wrong. And I could have gotten two women that were competitive or icky. It's just, you never know. And I got so lucky that Lily and Mylinda, my other two strippers, were very much in line with what my beliefs were. And I mean, I will have those two women as sisters for the rest of my life. And it was true. We all had our own separate things to do on that stage, but at the end of the night, we were a unit, and people go, those girls, the gimmick girls. It was always like we were the Spice Girls, like you knew who each person was, but we were a group. And so that was very important for me to post about that, because it wasn't like my performance. It was, I fed off of them, and I could not have done it without those other two women. And I find that in every show, no matter what you are, if you are leading or if you are the crew member who maybe sets one prop, it doesn't matter. Every single person is invaluable to the end product. And I've just always felt that way. I think, again, like, that was just kind of always instilled in me. And I think it's not taught very much these days. It's very much like, be a star, you know, put your TikToks out and get views and views. But it's not about that, especially in theater. It takes a village, literally. So I've always felt that way. And yeah, that was the last post I wanted to make. We took our final bow last night, and the three of us walk out together and bow together, and we don't hold hands. And last night I grabbed both of them, because I was like, it just felt like the only way we can go out is together. And it was just the best. And so I try to go into every process like that, going, everybody is important, even if I'm not, because, you know, you get jobs where you're like, ooh, not too sure about my role in this or what I'm going to do with it. It's just normal. But no matter what I'm doing, I will try. Doesn't always happen, but I will try to say, okay, here's my cog in this machine. And I will, to the best of my ability, try to support everybody else in the machine. And I think that's the only way you can. Otherwise, it's miserable.
Yeah.
For not only you, but for everybody.
Now, I have a question for both of you, actually, because I met a lovely, lovely fan this weekend who said, thank you for sharing the in-between. And what she meant was, you know, so many people just share their successes. So many people, you know, they just only share the good stuff, but they don't talk about the in-between when things go really bad. And, you know, as we know in this business, shows open, they close. You know, you get parts and it's like a dream part, and then it's done. Or you don't get something that you really, really, really wanted, and that door closes. Um, how do you deal with the in between? And I wasn't going to ask you this question, but you've been so open and you've talked about how if you bomb an audition. And after the fan said that to me, I was like, wow, thank you. I think we need to talk more about the in between. So both of you are Broadway icons, literally icons. But I also know I despise the term overnight success. It doesn't happen overnight, and you've gone through so many hard times. So, how do you handle the in between? And, you know, specifically, how do you build your village, your inner circle to help you get through that?
It's really hard. And I think the in between is the most important stuff to talk about. I am very open, struggle with depression, panic attacks, anxiety, and as are you. And it's very important because I people need to talk about it, because it is really difficult to go from accolades one moment and people wanting your autograph and blah blah blah, and you think you're, oh, I'm so great, to the next day going, well, I don't have a job and I don't know what's next. The crash out is real, the difference is real, and so having to learn how to deal with all that is an ongoing process. For me, rejection is just part of it, and if I know that and I remember that, every time it happens isn't as hard. um Trying to remember, as hokey and as like hippie as it sounds, like, is what's meant for you will find you. There is like truth in that. There are jobs that I have been devastated that I was either I didn't get or I was replaced in, going, my life is over, that was it. And then 6 8 months later getting a job that is even better, that I would not have been able to do had I gotten that other one. And everybody talks about it, and it's easy to go, yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody has that. I get it. It's really hard in the moment. So in the moment, I have to remember that I am not alone in the despair, that I am not alone in this feeling. And how many times I have had this exact feeling of rejection, of anxiety, that I don't know when it's going to happen again, and it always passes. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it always passes. And so I have to remember that. And part of that is building your friend group, having other interests, clearly, like being a nerd and loving, those things. And it's really important to me, but it's not easy, which is why I like to talk about it. I will always, I've had panic attacks on stage, and I will absolutely TikTok about it, because that is something that so many people deal with. And it doesn't matter if you think you are at the top of the mountain, you will still be susceptible to anxiety, to depression, to whatever your crap is that you're dealing with. It doesn't matter where you are. And also, what is important for me to remember is one job is not going to make or break you. One audition that you didn't get isn't the end all be all. And I'm telling you, it's rough. And you both know, you'll be up for a job that you almost got, and then someone will win a Tony for that. And you're like watching at home being like, it never goes away. And it's just like, there's some kind of weird, like, comfort in knowing that's never going to go away, because it just says it. I mean, no matter how many like awards you've won, there's always going to be one that you don't get, and you have to sit there and be like, great, it's fine, it's all great. Like, it doesn't go away. And so I like to remind people of that, because I think it's so easy to look at people's lives and go, they've got it all figured out. And I'm like, I got a background that's barely standing up. I don't know what this light is. Like, it's a whole, it just never goes away, the anxiety. So I like to talk about that. I do. And I'm always looking for coping techniques, always new stuff, or, and even just watching people online, like you both, talking about, here's where mental health's at, and it's not great. Because I find comfort in that, and to be able to tell my friends, like, I'm not having a great day. If I go silent for a couple of days, I'm all right. Just know that I need to, like, deal with stuff, and then I'll get back to you. Like, it's important to have coping mechanisms to talk to people, to not feel alone in all of it. And I that's why I love social media. It's so weird. It's like I wanted to say I love seeing people with problems, which is not the right thing to say, but I love seeing, you know what I mean? Like I love seeing people that are dealing with the same thing that I have, and it makes me feel not alone. Yeah, I love people crashing out on social media.
No,
Makes me feel better.
you just said it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Is you feel less alone.
Exactly.
And that's also part of this Hype Friend mission, is to make you realize that you're not alone and that we're all in this together.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I think together. Be with us. Hey. It's just, it's
I can't even take that.
I mean, you know, don't get me started, Lesli Margherita. How dare you, both of you? How dare you? It's that. It actually is that. For me, I think that's what you hit on in terms of the in between is the not knowing that you're not alone. Like that is a huge thing, right? Because once you can go into that world where you know that you're not alone and you really can connect with others, like in those in between times, like it's really important, because it's dangerous what did your manager say to you back in the day?
So my acting manager back in the day, similar to y'all, it's like we're our own worst enemies. We're our own worst bully. I mean, truly, like, I don't think there's anything worse that anyone said to me that I haven't said to myself. And after a bad audition that I really bombed, she said, Ashley, your mind is like a dangerous neighborhood at night. Don't walk in it alone.
Oh,
And I
so
was
great.
like, oh, yeah. Yeah. And so that's actually why we're building a neighborhood with HypeFriend, because we all have those times and we need that neighborhood of hype friends to pull you out and be like, no, you're great. You're great. And the next great part is coming up. And, I also think, something you said, and one thing I've had to learn with my own career is it's okay to have two very different emotions at the same time. You can still kind of mourn that part that you didn't get, that the other person won the Tony, while also being ridiculously happy for them.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because you're both on your own journey, and there's going to be times of sadness.
Yeah.
There's going to be times of disappointment, but that doesn't mean you can't be ridiculously happy for the person that just won the Tony.
Yeah.
So Lesli, you might not know this, but her universe happened because my acting was ripped away. Like, all of my agents and managers dropped me, and I was devastated. Like, I was a full-time working actress, and then I had to move actually to Toronto, Canada, and I couldn't actively work. And so they all dropped me. And luckily, Clone Wars hadn't come out yet. It was about to come out. I didn't lose that, but I lost everything else. And so her universe came from a place of really desperation to not give up on my dreams and to start a new one. But I never would have started her universe had my agents and managers not done that. But what I did share is that, I took a couple days to be devastated.
Absolutely.
I threw myself a pity party. Like, I sobbed in my cheesecake, and I danced around the house with music turned up loud. Like, what do you do when you have a pity party, or you're in that in between when you're just like, you got to shake it all out and just move on? What do you do? I want to hear what you do too.
There is a joke with my friends that, people are wedding planners or party planners. I would be the pity party planner, the PPP, the pity party planner, because I am such a fan of the pity party. You have to go through all of the stages, because if you don't, it'll come back to get you in the end. So for me, if someone is going through something, if I am going through something, a pity party is the only way to get through something. And if a friend has a disappointment or a breakup or whatever, I'm the first one to be like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And if they're like, I want to be alone, okay, great, I'll let you have that. But then in 2 days, we need to do something. It is okay to go, I need to go to Disneyland, go to a bar, go to whatever you need to do to surround yourself with people who love you or things that you love. You can be in the greatest place. I like to go to Disney when things are going wrong. So you're in this amazing place and I will weep watching the fireworks, weep for my own reasons in my life, and yet watching something that I find so beautiful. And it, for some reason, just makes me, that's my pity party. And I will allow myself like 2 to 4 days, 2 to 4 business days to have that pity party. And my friends, my husband knows, like 2 to 4 business days, he'll check back in and be like, are we okay with this situation now? We're moving on. Great. And if I'm not, then he goes back in the office. He's like, all right, we're not going to talk about that for a minute. So it's just how you deal with it. But I really find the pity party is an absolute part of it. Let yourself feel bad. Let yourself talk about it to that one friend who will never repeat what you say. But I pity party better than anyone. Really
my gosh. That
pity
needs
party
to be
planner.
on your resume. Lesli Margherita, pity party planner.
Pity party planner.
I love
what do
that.
you do, Michael?
Well, I just think that, I mean, for me, the pity part, I do agree. Like, there's like a pity thing, but I'm all about like, I'm like, let me go and like be fierce. Like, let me go to a spa. Let me like just live in my fierceness, whether that is like, I'm going to go and like go to like, a cafe and just like be fierce, right?
Yeah.
Like put on an outfit and just be like, I'm fierce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get it? Do you know what I mean? Like that's what it is. Like that's kind of what I do to shake it up. I mean, I'm just like, it's like you tell yourself that it's okay. And somehow it happens. It's like it blows over and you're like, oh, I'm okay. I'm in this. Like I'm okay. Like I'm okay. I really do. I like it. If that means putting on an outfit, means putting on, some gorgeous, amazing song that I can listen to walk down the street with and like strut down the street. And they're like, is that MJS like literally strutting? I'm like, oh, I guess that's just a Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Like,
because they can't take that away from you.
No, exactly. So I mean, that's what I do, and I feel like, I mean, to me, it sounds like this in between, and like figuring out what that is. It sounds like the in betweens can be the most amazing beginnings, right? Mm-hmm. Like that is really, really what it sounds like, and what you both have, I feel like, has come out of this conversation. Like, we are often too focused on the outcomes, and that's kind of an amazing, it's like the happy accident, or like the whatever those, I don't think it's an accident. I actually don't believe it's an accident. It was for a reason, right? And the moment you do that, like the moment I feel like we get too comfortable, or we, and then something shakes up, and then you do something in between, then you look back in your life and you're like, oh, that literally was the beginning of fierceness,
And it's not, and it's not to say like, there are days where I'm not gonna lie, there are days where like I'm sharing a vat of potato salad with my dog on the couch, and I can't, like get out of that. That's not to say that, but like you said, like you have to go through that, go be fierce. Now I'm just gonna just vat of potato salad.
So this is for Lesli. Michael, I know you're not gonna know what this means, but Lesli, the line that comes to mind, since you love Star Wars Rebels, is, "This is a new day, a new beginning." And I love that line. So Ahsoka says this in Star Wars Rebels, and it's actually one of my favorite lines. And
cry.
When people talk about Star Wars, I can't. It's the greatest. It's just the greatest thing. I could talk about Star Wars forever. And to hear you just say that to me, I was like, but it's so true. It's so true. It's like, and it is really hard to remember, but then you see you hear your voice saying that, you see something, you walk down the street fierce, like those are the things that you have to remember, that there is that little, that light that's coming back. And so it makes the vat of potato salad a little more palatable, because you know that there's an end to it. I mean, not for a week, but there's an end to it.
Yes, but I love that I can nerd out with Leslie about Star Wars. Yes. I love this so much. So to bring it back to Star Wars, and I keep this quote with me as a reminder of one of the big lessons that Yoda teaches Luke, which is to be present. On Dagobah, when Luke was always looking off to the horizon, and Yoda's like, I can't teach him. He's not focused on the right here, right now. And, to me, that line, this is a new day, a new beginning, is a reminder that every day is a gift.
Yeah.
Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow is not promised. All we have is today. So I feel like this is a big question, but we're also one for throwing out hopes and dreams. And, I love how curious you are, and how you just do your own thing and open new doors. You just closed a massive chapter, a massive, amazing chapter that should be put in a time capsule and put up on the shelf to constantly be like, I did that. What are your hopes and dreams, Lesli Margherita? Like, let's manifest some things. How can we hype you up and be the best hype friend? Because I believe we talk about this. You got to throw out your dreams. You got to get it out of your head. Absolutely. Share it with your friends, because once you say it out loud, it becomes real. But then your friends can hold you accountable and be like, are you doing that? What are you doing for that? Can I help you?
I mean, for me, it has always been like, I'm loving this resurgent of people reading books, like book talk and all that stuff. Like, I've always been a massive bookie. Like, I've always read. And so for me, I think one of my dreams is to tell my own stories, because I write all the time and I just don't do anything with it. And I'd love to create shows, or like just to write. I think it's just the biggest thing, because, I'm so confident in what I do most of the time. But when I write, it's something that I don't know well, that I'm like, I think it's great, but I'm just going to put it in my computer. So that, I think for me, the next thing is to just kind of create, and really work on getting it out there, because I've written a few things and sent them to very important people who had great criticism. But the minute they said, like, I don't know if this is like commercial, I went, you're right. and I put it away. So that's my goal for myself, is to take a page from you and just be like, you know what, I'm just going to do it anyway. And it's very scary. But again, like, the more people that you talk about and they're like, no, just do it. Let's just do it. Well, who do we know that can help you with this? So that's been the greatest thing. And that's kind of my next hopes and dreams.
I'm full team Margherita, where it says written by Lesli Margherita.
I would love that. Yeah.
So, but here's why we do this, because I didn't know that. And I can't wait to have coffee with you, because I know people who could help you make that happen. And that's what being a hype friend is. Like, to hear that and to hear that that's what you want to do, it's like, oh, wait, I can help you with that. I'm going to connect you with this person and that person. And here's a plan that I can help you with of how to make it happen. And, it starts by that. It starts by just saying it out loud. And I'm going to hold you to that. I want to have coffee.
Please.
We're going to chat about it. But what I really want to manifest, how fun would this be, Michael?
Oh, I know.
I want you to come to Disney World.
Yes, yes.
I want to have a Disney day with you.
We have to. I mean, I am going in a couple of weeks, but I'm always there. So
okay. We're gonna message.
You have no idea. Like, I mean, I'm in New York now, but I live primarily in Los Angeles, and we're in Pasadena, and we're not far from Disneyland. And so we go there all the time. But when I'm out here in New York, my hubs will come out and we'll do Disney World, because it literally is the only place we vacation. People are like, are you going to Europe? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm Epcot. I'm going to Europe. So I don't see what the issue is.
That's how I travel too.
Oh,
yeah. That's just always, there's no other discussion.
So,
I'm like, well, I got a week vacation. My husband's like, great. Which resort are we staying at? Like, it's just not even a. Our main thing is we love the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot, and it's very dangerous because you have your magic band and we're like, bing, 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 bing. The last time we went, about a week later, we get a package to our door, and my husband's like, get from Disney World. We open it up. Evidently, we had ordered my married name is Stafford, a Stafford family crest. Like, we have no recollection. We had been drinking around the world and have no recollection of this, like, really not great piece of art that we must have in the time. We're like, wow, just bing, 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 like must have. So that is this time we were like, we need to just take a beat in the middle of the Food and Wine Festival and assess our life goals and things that like we maybe don't want to have come to our house in a week. So that's the only thing about Food and Wine. But we were very excited to go and and hopefully not get another family crest or.
Oh my God, Lesli Margherita, I literally can't. And I can so much. Oh my God, I can't. We love you so much.
We love you so much.
This is like the greatest thing. This is like, you guys have made me feel inspired to just go and like be like, I can do it.
Yes.
We believe in you so much.
Yes.
We are just two of your biggest fans, and congratulations on GYPSY. We're so proud of you.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
Thank you for taking the time.
Yes.
We know that the community out there, like Ashley said, if you are not following Lesli Margherita, like
follow her
now because
just eating potato salad with my dog.
It is everything. You will see why we have such a love for this amazing woman and all of her amazingness. We love you. We love you. Thank you for joining us.
I love you both so much.
We'll have you back, of course.
Please.
So
we can't wait for our next hang. In the meantime, enjoy some downtime. Enjoy Walt Disney World. And
we have to go. We all have to go together.
Yay! Oh my gosh, Michael. The way that I love her.
I know. I mean, she is just, there's so, like the energy, there's just light and energy and fun and fierceness and real. Like, it's just like all of the things that you look for in a friend and you just want to hang out with and you want to, when you're going through tough times and you're going through the good times, it's just like, it's so awesome, and I'm so happy we got to have her on.
Yes.
I love y'all connection. I love that. I love that she was like from the beginning.
From the beginning. Oh. And you know what the thing is, like, being a theater kid, I'm so intimidated by Broadway stars. Like, even you as my friend, like when you are on stage doing a show, I'm just like, I literally like fangirl and geek out. And so I look at Lesli that way as well. So when I met her in person, she's just so normal.
Yeah, she's just
she is what she is.
Down to earth. Like, she's just like, let's just be here. Let's have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's real.
Yes.
Which I think is our one last thing.
Yeah.
Because I love how honest she was about the in-between.
Yes. And the idea of the in-between, that beginnings happen and what that actually, like that in-between, how we can actually celebrate the beginnings.
Yes.
Because we so focus on the outcomes of, the outcome, right?
Yeah.
Like we focus on the outcome and the end or whatever that is, as opposed to the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, she said kind words about what her universe is now, but what was amazing to me is to hear her perspective of how she supported me with her universe from day one.
Yes.
She supported my beginning when it was just this teeny tiny small thing. And she was like, girl, I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm going to buy one of everything. And it is a good reminder to celebrate that first step.
Yeah.
But then to also celebrate the in-between.
Yes.
The days that are bad, the days that don't go right, the things you don't get, the brick walls that you run into. I love that's where our conversation went, because I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
This was not the conversation I thought we were going to have.
Yeah. It was actually, it was surprising in such a beautiful way. And moreover, I learned how my in-between, like what that was for those beginnings, celebrating those, because I don't think I've ever really thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really, really a great surprise, and which is why I'm obsessed with what we're doing right now and learning about this, because I just wouldn't have thought about that.
Yeah.
So
lots to learn and lots to take away from this episode.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
That's the second time I've done that today. I used a lot of jazz hands, a lot of fingers. I'm like, yeah. For those that are listening, you got to go back and watch this, because we're very animated in this episode.
Yes, we are.
All right, Michael, we did the thing.
Yes, we did.
And I think we need to toast to another episode.
Yes.
With my no bake balls. So I'm Ashley Eckstein.
I'm Michael James Scott.
And remember, be a hype friend. The hype starts with you.